Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Misha, and if you're returning, well, welcome back. All right, you guys, so I have an order for a baby sun hat that I need to get made. Now, I have made like a baby bucket sun hat before, but I want to do this one a little bit different. I have a little bit of free range here. It just has to be white and pink. Those are like the only guidelines, but I just finished this blanket for a friend where I added little flowers to the end. Let me show you. Like, look at these cute little edge flowers. Like, I love these. So I was thinking, how cute would these be in a baby bucket sun hat? Like, this would be so cute, so girly. And the same pink and white I really love. I may do a darker pink. Actually, no, maybe the soft pink. I'm not sure about the pink yet, but the white's always going to be white. So let's get into making the baby sun hat with the cute little etching. Hi guys, so to start this bucket hat tutorial, we are first going to start with a 5mm crochet hook and a magic circle. So we're going to do this, and we are going to pull through. Okay, so then once you get that first one pulled through, we are going to, this is going to be our starter stitch, we're going to chain 2. Okay, let me get this over here. I am clearly struggling with my magic circle right now. Okay, there we go. 1, 2. Okay, then we're going to pull another one up. Actually, hold on. There we go. Okay. And we're going to pull another one up like that. Pull through. And then this is going to be a double crochet. Boop, and that's our first stitch. Okay. Boop. Pull up. Through. 2. So we're going to do 10 double crochets on this. 3, 4, 5. It gets easier the more you do. Like, it's like you get the hang of it, you know? 6, 7, 8, 9, and last but not least, 10. So we're going to do this, and of course, we are going to just pull our ring shut. Boop. Like that. We're going to find that first original one that we didn't count. Oops. Push through. And we are going to put a slip stitch into it to start our second row. And then chain 1. And there you go, you have your first row. Okay, so now for this next one, we are going to increase in every stitch. So we have 10 originally. We are going to not do single crochet. I don't know what I was thinking. We're going to chain 2. Sorry, there we go. So this first one, because I have this chain 2, I'm only going to put 1 double crochet here. 1. And then the next one we're going to put 2. So all the rest of them we're going to put 2 double crochets there. So just like so. Now, coming from knitting to crochet has definitely been a lot of change. especially in the way that they speak about increases. To me, it's kind of confusing. So if I'm not making sense in the way that I'm explaining this, please let me know in the comments. I'm still pretty new, but I'm trying. Basically, you're going to have 10 stitches when you start, and at the end, you're going to have 20. So let's keep going around, double crochet all the way around, 2 in each stitch. And if you need to use a stitch marker to make it easier to remember where the beginning is, totally do it. Because I'm using double crochet, for me it's really easy to see where it starts, but it can get confusing the bigger the project gets. So if you need it, use it. Let's see. We are almost to the end here. Put that out the way. Put this right here. Last one, and then we're going to find that original one here, and slip stitch and crochet 2, or sorry, chain 2. And now we have our second row. Look at that. Okay, so for our next row, we are going to double crochet 1 and increase on the next. So let's do 1 double crochet, and then in this next one we are going to put 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Okay, so then double crochet 1, in the next one double crochet 2. And the reason that you do it like this is just to keep that circle nice and round instead of it becoming a wonky shape. Let's keep going. 2 into that stitch. So by the end of this row, by the end of this row, you should have 30 stitches. Double crochet 1. Double crochet 2. Okay, guys, I'm going to do this and I will see you at the end of this row. Okay, now that we're at the end of the row, once again, we're going to find that first one and slip stitch, chain 2. So for our next, let me tighten this a little bit better, like that, there we go. Okay, so for our next row, we are going to double crochet 2 and increase on the third. So, boom, boom. Okay, and then put 2 double crochets into this one. Just like that. And if you're ever not sure if you put it, you can always just look, and that's the one good thing about double crochet is like you can clearly tell that there's 2 stitches in there and there's 1 in here. So if you think you messed up, it's really easy to just look at it and see. That's why I really like this pattern, because it's easy to A, fix, and then B, spot where you made the mistake. 1, 2. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to double crochet 1, double crochet 2, and then put 2 double crochets into the third. I don't even know if I'm explaining this correctly, but if you understand, please let me know in the comments. If there's a better way to say this, also please let me know in the comments. Alright, you guys, I am going to do it to the end of the round, and then I will see you guys for the next row. Okay, so now that we are at the end of that, we are going to go into this one, slip stitch, and then chain 2. Okay, so now for our next row, which should be our 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, our 5th row. So for our 5th row, we're going to do double crochet 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th one, we are going to increase. So we are going to double crochet 1, double crochet 2, double crochet 3, and then increase 2. 1, 2. Ready? We're going to double crochet 1, double crochet the 2nd, double crochet the 3rd, and on the 4th we are going to increase. Boom. Okay, so now we're going to do that all the way around, and I will see you at the end. Okay, so now we are going to slip stitch and then chain 2. So now I feel like this is like a really good size for a baby's head. Like I said, I want this to fit a 12-month-old, like 9 to 12 months. I think this may be a little bit big, but they can always grow into it. So now we are going to stop increasing and we are going to start doing the rows down. Now to make it like a little bit more defined, I am going like where you can see this, there's going to be a line, so it shows where this part stops and this part starts. So I'm going to do double crochets, but only into this lower lip. So we're going to just do 1 in each, no more increasing. So we're going to do that all the way around. I'm not quite done with the row yet, but I wanted to show you what it looks like. So you see how it defines from where the top part of the bucket hat is to where it's going to start going down. I do like that defining line. I just think that it looks cleaner. But yeah, so that's what it's going to look like. So we're going to finish this row, and then we're going to make a few more rows down. So I'll see you at the end of this row. Okay, so now that we've finished the first row, we are just going to go into here, pull through and do a slip stitch and then chain 2, and we are just going to do another row of double crochet, so the same way, and we are going to do this for about 3 more rows, and then after that I will meet you back here because that is when we are going to do the pink flowers. Okay, now that we've gotten to this part, we are going to cut the white because we are going to add in the pink. So this is just how I do it. You obviously can do it the way that you like, but this is just my little way of making sure that everything stays locked in. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to push that to the side, grab that pink to start our new row, and then we're going to do the same thing. We are going to slip stitch. Oops. Hold on, let me get a good grip on this pink. Let me get it up a little bit closer. Slip stitch, and then chain 2. Okay, so for this flower pattern that I'm going to be doing, we are going to need to double crochet 4, and then we will start to create the flowers. So let's do that first. So wrap around, and then I'm just going to crochet these ends in. Like so. So crochet, hold those ends down. That's one thing that I really love about crocheting that is very different than knitting, is that you can like crochet your ends right in there. Like weaving later on is just, it's like such a hassle. I got my hair stuck in there. It's such a hassle. Let's be so for real. Okay, 1 more double crochet, and then we're going to start on the flower pattern. So for this, we are going to create a V. So we're going to just double crochet twice in here, like so, and then we're going to chain 2, wrap around, double crochet again, and then chain 2 more and slip stitch. Boop, and there we go. We have your first petal. Then we're going to chain 2. Okay. Over, sorry, chain 3. Wrap around, double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. We have the second petal. Now we're going on to the third petal. We're only going to do 5 petals. So then chain 3, wrap around, double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2. Okay, and for this, we're going to do it onto the other side right here. That's where we're going to put our slip stitch. Like that, chain 3, 2, 3, double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, and then slip stitch, chain 3, 2, 3, double crochet, through, chain 2, 2, slip stitch. Like that, and then let's just fix this hat back around where we need it. And then after this, I like to chain 1 before I go into the next one to double crochet again. Boom, and then you're going to double crochet 4, 2, 3, 4. And the reason that you double crochet 4 in between is so that way it gives room for the flower to like spread its little petals like that. Now I will show you in the next row how I pin this flower down so it doesn't move, because if not it's just kind of like loose and wonky. So I like to pin it down, but I do it in the next row. So let's get on with the next flower. I'm going to show you it again. We're going to do 2 double crochets into this, 2, chain 3, double crochet, okay, chain 2, and then slip stitch, and we have our little petal, chain 3, 2, 3, double crochet, chain 2, 2, slip stitch. Sorry, I'm gonna keep going out of frame here. There we go. Chain 3, 3, double crochet, boom, and then we're gonna move this around and slip stitch onto the other side. Get this right here, boom. Chain 3, double crochet, chain 2, what did I grab? There we go. Slip stitch, and then we're on to the last petal, chain 3, boom, double crochet, 1, 2, chain 2, slip stitch, tighten, and boom. Then fix the hat back around, chain 1, and then double crochet into the next stitch. And look, now we have 2 pretty flowers already on our hat. So I'm going to finish doing this row. And remember, it is 4 flowers. Look how cute these are. I love this. I think it's so cute and girly. It's going to be so... I'm going to do another... We'll get to it. I'll see you at the end of this row. Okay, so we are going to do the last flower together. So let's do it. Chain 3, double crochet. Oops, of course on the last flower my hook slips out. Okay, there we go. Chain 2. I don't know what is going on. I have had no problem making any of the other flowers. Okay, let's see. Boom, grab, slip stitch, tighten, and then 1, 2, 3 to make the prettiest petals. 1, 2, slip stitch, tighten, tighten, there you go. 2, 3. Then you're going to go here. 1, 2. We're going to turn the hat so we can do the slip stitch on the other side. Through here, like so. Give it a little pull. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oop, that's not a double crochet, that's a slip stitch. Slip stitch, pull. 1, 2, 3. Our last double crochet. 1, 2. Slip stitch. Am I getting caught up there? And then fix the hat back around. And we have our last flower. Okay, then we are just going to double crochet these last couple. 1, 2, and then slip stitch into this first one for the start of our next row. Slip stitch, chain 1. Okay, so this next row I am going to do single crochet just so I can pin these flowers down. So let me show you what I'm doing. So we're going to go here, single crochet, and right here in this one. So we want the flower to have like this little part up. So we are going to single crochet, but do this a little bit longer. And this is kind of like a little bit of a weaving process. You don't have to do this. This is just something I do to make sure that the flowers, like the petals, stay open and they don't like go in. Like they don't get all crinkled. Just like that. Chain 1. Go through the back here. Boom. Single crochet. Then we're going to go into this one right here. Single crochet. Then we are at the front end of it, so we're going to pull that. Now let's take a look. We put this petal down, so let's also want it to be upward. Or would it be cuter like that? No, it wouldn't. Let's do it like that. Okay, so then we're going to do the same weaving. This is something that I do. Like I said, this isn't like an official technique. This is just me. Okay, pull it down like that. Get it tightened. Chain 1 and single crochet into the next one. Single crochet, and then we are on to the next flower. We're going to do the same thing. Boom. Give it a little bit of a tug. Boom. Pull tight. Chain 1. Go through the back. Single crochet. Single crochet. Boom. Make it loose. this right here. Through, pull through, chain 1, single crochet, and as you can see, it's making the flowers stay open like that. It's so cute, because if not, they can like how this one's closing up, they will close up, or they'll like be fluffy, but this is just my way to ensure that they won't, and it secures them a little better. So we're going to do this all the way around on this row, and then we are going to switch back to the white yarn. Okay, now that we have our flowers pinned to this, we are going to cut this because we are going to add in back the white now that we are done with this. So let's get this over here. Let's tie this together. Boop. Boop. Okay, now that we have this tied together, we are just going to slip stitch, and we are going back to double crochets. 1, 2, chain 2, and then make sure that you leave your ends in now so you don't have to do them later. It's so much easier this way. And then we're just going to do a row of double crochet all the way around the hat. So I will see you guys at the end of that. If you find yourself struggling to find where to put the double crochet behind the flower, do you see like this when we chained 1, put it into that chain 1. So you're going to just pull that little petal forward, and you're going to just put that double crochet. Oops, I actually made a treble. Hold on. Redo. Okay, so we're going to do that. Pull this back, put it into that chain, and then you're going to put it into the one next to it. Boop. And there you go. And then you just go right back onto the line like you were. And then that way it'll look like this. We're almost done with this last one, and then we are going to start making the, like, I don't know what it's called. Like on a baseball hat, it's called a bill, but on a bucket hat, the rim, I guess you'd call it. Oh my gosh, you guys, have I been out of frame this whole time? I'm so sorry. Okay, there we go. Boom. So now that we are back at the beginning, we are going to slip stitch and then chain 2, and we are going to start the rim of the hat. But this is what we've got so far. Isn't it so cute? Look at these flowers. It's so cute and girly. I love it. Okay, so now we are going to need to do some increasing. So we're going to do 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and then increase on the 3rd. So we are going to do 2 into that. Oh, let me show you. 2 into that same one, and we're going to do that all the way around. So we're going to do 2 stitches of double crocheting on the 3rd one. We're going to increase by 1. So we're just going to add another one into there. And this is going to start to make it like come out. So we'll do that, and I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, so we're at the end of this row, and we are going to slip stitch. So for, oh, I grabbed more than the thing. Okay, let's push that through. Okay, there we go. Pull through, chain 2. So you can kind of see now where those increases are making the little bill and it's coming out. So to keep this coming outward instead of going downward, you're going to have to increase for every row of the bill. And so, yeah. Okay, so next we are going to do the same thing, double crochet. We're going to double crochet 3 stitches and then increase on the 4th. And that way the bill will still keep coming out, but it won't be like ruffly. If you want a more ruffly one, I would say increase by 2, but or 3, like if you want more of ruffles. But I just want it to more come out and not be so ruffly. I mean, it may still come out a little bit ruffly, but here we go. We're going to increase right there. Boom. Okay, 3 stitches. 1, and I completely pulled that out. Like I said, I'm still pretty new to this, so you're learning as I'm learning. And actually, this flower pattern isn't even supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be an edging that I thought would be cute on a hat. So keep that in mind. Anything is possible. All right, so we are going to continue on here and just increasing on the 4th stitch. And I will see you guys back here at the end of the row. Okay, so now we are going to slip stitch the end of this row. And I am really loving the length on this. I don't want it to be too long. It is for a little kid. And I don't want it to get into their face. I want it just to block out the sun. So now that I've decided that, I also decided that I'm really just liking the flowers on this middle part. I don't really want it on the rim. I feel like it'll look too busy. So now that I've decided that, we are going to single crochet all the way around to finish off the project. This is just something that I saw somebody online say that you have to do to really like make your projects look amazing at the end. So I'm just going to single crochet all the way around, and then I am done. So I will see you back here after I am all done with this and we are weaving in ends. Now that we've gotten to the last stitch, all we're going to do is slide our hook in, and once again we are going to slip stitch. Let me get my scissors, and we're going to cut this and weave on our ends. Everybody weaves in their ends differently. I have a tapestry hook here. You can do the invisible one. You can do whichever one you personally like. I like to, oop, that got stuck. Hold on. Do this so it looks like that. And then I just go along the line to just weave it in along the brim. It's already tight, so it's going to be perfect to weave this in. Just give this a pull out, give a little tug, and boom. We get our scissors again, give it a little cut, and it is done. Look at it. It is all done. I was about to show you guys the finished hat, and I forgot to weave in my top one. Darn it. For these top ones, that is the starter one, I pull as tight as I can, and I like to make a little knot just to ensure that like nothing ever comes loose. That's just me. I'm paranoid like that. Okay, once I have my little knot, we're just going to follow along the inside to weave that in. This is why I love like these tapestry hooks, because, or these tapestry needles, because they have this curved end. It makes weaving ends in so much easier. So we're just going to do that. Give it a little tug to make sure that it's tight in there, and then just give it a snip. Now it's done. Now we have our beautiful finished hat. Thank you guys so much for following along with me as I designed and made this cute little baby bucket hat. Now, I think this would fit 12 to 18 months, or like 9 to 12 months, but yeah, look how cute this came out. I'm really loving it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if there was anything that I said that was a little confusing, please let me know in the comments and I will try to help. I'll talk to you guys later. Also, if you like this kind of content, make sure that you hit that like button and that subscribe. And when I get custom orders, I'll make them on here for you guys. I'm so lucky that for custom orders or like things like that, I get to design and make things that I kind of want. So here it is.